Dragon Ball is trash, and that's why I love it. Hello, Internet. My name is the Golden Stalfos, and today we're going to talk about Dragon Ball because I love Dragon Ball. I could legitimately make a channel that just uploads a new video every single day about Dragon Ball and keep that going literally for the rest of my life if I felt like it. But I'm not going to do that because it's boring. I mean, there are lots of channels out there like that for not just for Dragon Ball, but for lots of stuff. And they all like kind of run into the same creative burnout, and after a while you either have to just like abandon it to do something new or just start weird theory videos that make no sense and go nowhere, or at the very least like mixing in other kinds of content, like if like versus matches and things like that that like spice it up a little bit. uh, so many channels. I've seen so many channels that are solely dedicated to Dragon Ball. Just like stop doing that eventually because it gets old. I mean, it wouldn't get old to me because that's how much I like Dragon Ball, but it would get old to you. But then the question becomes, okay, why do you like it though? Because it's kind of trash. And and like realistically, anyone with any level of like standards who's seen like other shows or manga that are more recent and like good will look at this story and be like, why is it so bad though? Like the characters have no arc or really any motivation beyond like, haha, fighting is fun, haha. The fights themselves get more and more contrived every year, and just like they just never fail to one up themselves for no fucking reason. I mean, at this point, like you've got such a huge ensemble cast, like you don't have to keep inventing new villains out of nowhere. Like you could legitimately just have an entire arc devoted to Goku and Vegeta getting ready to square up against each other for the last time. Like, people would love that. You don't have to create new universe-ending threats every weekend. It's okay. And all of this is to say nothing of the absolutely innumerable and immeasurably huge plot holes and retcons, which are just everywhere. Right? Like, just everywhere. And like, at the beginning of the story, you don't really think about it too much, you know? It's just a weird, fun world where weird things happen sometimes, and there don't really have to be any rules about it. It's just like, yeah, go get the MacGuffins and make a wish. It's whatever. Um, but over time, they start getting more and more serious and like trying to explain things to lay out the stakes and stuff, and you're just like, but this makes no sense. like the thing you just explained contradicts the thing you explained the last arc, and like uh, and the longer it goes, the more the author just like forgot the shit he wrote 20 years ago and just like writes over it in a way that completely infuriates everyone who's trying to keep track of this shit. And it's awful. It's a mess. But it's so goddamn fun. That's the thing about Dragon Ball. It doesn't have to be good. It's fun. And I mean, like, it's not like there are no good things about it, right? Like, Toriyama may be one of the best artists in the world right now. And that shows through in every aspect of his writing. Some of the jokes are good. Most of them aren't. Most of the jokes come in the form of gag characters, which is the worst way to make a joke because it never ends. And a joke needs to have a punchline in order to be funny. Like you need a setup and the payoff, and then it's over, and then you laugh. But if the joke is the character and the character just stays on screen forever, then it's not a joke. It's just annoying. But whatever. But no matter how you slice it, if you sit down and watch the original run of Dragon Ball and follow it through, you'll have fun. You'll sing along with the opening. You'll look at Goku's stupid antics and you'll laugh, and you'll just have fun. Right? Like when you first see, a character like Oolong, you might think, "Wow, that's dumb." But by the second episode he's involved in the story, you're just like, "Oh, you." Yeah. It's just so fun to be on this journey and to follow these characters as they go on adventures and stuff. And at a certain point, it stops being an adventure journey and starts being like this big series of battles. But that's fun too. Like, there's not a single author in the whole world who is as good at hyping up a fight as Toriyama, right? Like he may suck at romance and character arcs and all of those like things that other people care about, but god damn if he doesn't get you ready to watch some people throw down. And there are lots of other stories where people need to throw down and you need the audience to be hyped for it, and they do a great job. But no one does it like Toriyama. He's on a whole nother level, man. He's perfected it. They introduce a character. They have like this little skirmish with one of the side characters, and you see a little peek of what this new character can do, right? And then you get like a backstory and you learn how powerful the character is, and how dangerous they are, and all the cool stuff they can do. And then you go see them blow some shit up, and then you see like their motivation, and then you get into this thing, and then the hero's all like, okay, this is the real shit now, I gotta train. And then you see the training montage, and then you get to learn how their new techniques work, and then like they just build up all these little steps in the process, right? And you learn, like you just get more and more hype at each step of the way, until finally you see Vegeta square up and get his ass handed to him for the 17th time, because he has no pattern recognition and he never learns, and he always points his thumb at himself right before he gets his ass handed to him like an idiot. And it's brilliant. And all the while the bad guy is just like wiping the pavement with Vegeta's face. You just think, oh god, I can't wait for Goku to slap this dude into next week. Oh! And then Goku does square up, right? And they have their big fight, and they go back and forth, and it's this whole drawn out thing, and they talk and they fight and they change locations and they talk and they fight, and like and it's this whole big process, and every step of the way you just keep getting more and more hype, and then you're like, oh yeah, he's pulling out the big guns now. Like it's great. It's fucking amazing, man. It's so fun to just sit there and watch, and no matter how like crazy it gets, Toriyama is great at that. He really does an excellent job of making you feel excited for what's happening, And sure, maybe it's not like other stories where you get really invested in the characters and so you care about the fight because it's important to them or whatever. But you care about the fight anyway because the fight is cool. And Toriyama did such a great job hyping you up for it that you just want to see this fight. And you don't really care about anything else. So he didn't bother to write anything else because it doesn't matter. All that matters is watching this dude get his ass kicked. And it's great. And that's why when it comes to big fight scenes, Dragon Ball Z is the best. Right? Like it doesn't even matter that the animation quality is dog shit because it's been managed by Toei and mastered in the worst possible way onto these shitty orange discs. I mean, oh. And like realistically, if you want to talk about the animation quality, like Naruto looks better in its fight scenes. Bleach looked better in its fight scenes. Fucking everything looks better in its fight scenes because They were done by companies that actually gave half a shit and had half a budget and, tried a little bit. Fuck Toei. Of course, that's not to disparage the original artwork done by Toriyama because it's, as I said, some of the best artwork I've seen in my entire life. And I read so goddamn many manga. I mean, so many. Like, you probably saw my episode about Kingdom, the manga, which is really great, where I ranted about how amazing the line work is for like way too long because the line work is so fucking amazing. And like, yeah, but I wouldn't really say that this necessarily competes with that. But, you know, like, even after having read things like that just like blow my mind with how much effort they put into certain aspects, I would say nothing is as all around good as Dragon Ball in terms of the art. Like, it's it doesn't like super excel in one area like that, but it does everything so well. um, so yeah. Of course, even with that said, I'd probably still recommend the anime over the manga just because like having some movement is better than having no movement. But, whatever. So anyway, if you haven't seen Dragon Ball yet, sit down and watch it. Start with episode 1. Don't jump into Dragon Ball Z. There's 5 seasons of crap before that, so start at the beginning and just enjoy it. Just have fun, you know, and just so good. So good. So fun. Just like honestly, I do that like every year. I just sit down and I watch Dragon Ball from beginning to end and I sing the songs and I have fun and it's great. Oh, and when you do get to Z, watch Kai instead of the original. The animation quality is so much better. They cut out all the filler. It's perfect. And the theme song is so much more fire. Like, yeah, Headshot is good, but Dragon Soul is a fucking banger, man. Absolute fire. Best theme song in the entire series by far. By the way, who else is still salty about the GT opening? Like it starts off with this moment where like they've got this like choir singing and like, oh, I can't do it but whatever. And it sounds like it's about to be really cool. It's got you hyped. And then that only lasts for like 10 seconds before it just drops into this shitty 90s rap thing. And it's just like, oh, why? Why? Oh. And they just sing and explain the plot and like, oh. It was so bad. Why was it so bad? Oh. Of course, then there's also the English version of the super theme, which is just, oh wow. Like, oh wow. Um, like the Tournament Power theme in Japanese is actually pretty fucking dope and really gets you banging along with it, but like the English version is just, oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad. I don't know how they made it so bad, but it's so bad. I mean, granted, like, translating songs is kind of an effort in futility to begin with, but like, wow. But yeah, that's the video. Go have fun and watch Dragon Ball. I mean, it's shorter than a lot of other shows that I would recommend. Like, if you watch the original run of Dragon Ball and you watch Kai, that's like less than 400 episodes? Hang on, let me check the exact number. Okay, so I just did some math and some Googling, and it looks like there's 320 episodes combined between the original run of Dragon Ball and the a full run of DB Kai. Which, as I said, you should watch Kai instead of Z because It's more than 100 episodes shorter and loses nothing and has better animation quality, and like there's no reason not to. A lot of people don't like it because they remember the 4Kids version of it, but it wasn't made by 4Kids. That was just their edit. So the original version exists and it's not fucked up. So yeah. So that's 320 episodes total for that. And then if you want to watch Super on top of that, there's 131 episodes there. So that's 451. And then I guess if you also want to watch GT, that's only 64 episodes. Um, so 515 episodes and like 24 movies, I think. Um, although most of the movies aren't canon, so don't worry about it. Although I guess you could say the same about GT. So, yeah. But you know, they're still kind of fun to watch, even if they're dumb. Kind of par for the course, honestly. For reference, watching all 151 episodes, including GT, would cost or would take just under 190 hours or just under 8 days. If you wanted to binge watch nonstop 24/7. Of course, you won't binge watch nonstop 24/7, so it'll probably take you closer to like 3 weeks or a month or whatever. But like, you know, if you sit down and watch like 3 or 4 hours worth of Dragon Ball every day, you'll be done with it in like a month. Less than that. Um, you know, so yeah, go do it. It's fun. You've got nothing better to do with your time. Just enjoy Dragon Ball again. Or for the first time. Like if you've never seen it or if you know someone who's never seen it, sit down and binge watch together for a few days. It's fun. You know, and especially if you've never seen the original Dragon Ball, because I know a lot of people in America just started with Z for some reason, like you missed out on so much, man. You missed out on seeing little baby Goku enter into the world and just be like such an adorable little dumbass. And I mean, come on, you can't get enough of that. Like it's so good. So yeah, you missed the time when Yamcha was cool, right? He used to be cool. He used to be the Vegeta, and then Vegeta replaced him, literally, just like took his place. It's crazy. So yeah, uh, so yeah, watch Dragon Ball. Have fun. You deserve fun. Go enjoy it. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next life. Laters. Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you have any things to say about it, leave those in the comment section. If you like the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, share the video, tell your friends, start a cult, sacrifice your firstborn and paint their skull golden. I don't know, not that last bit. No human sacrifices. I'm legally liable. None of that shit. But, you know, I got Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. I stream on Mondays. I also have a Patreon, but the obvious caveat with Patreon is you never donate to anyone unless you have money to burn. And if you have money to burn, then why not donate to a charity instead? I've got a few linked in my description at all times. I'm not affiliated with any of them, obviously, but yeah, I just thought they were cool. So, you know, thanks for watching.